Hi. So I'm here very quickly. I have my wine, so I'm ready. Hold on. That's not sweet at all. That's not sweet at all. Hi. So I didn't do this feed or this live to so I could drink in front of you all, but it seems like over the past week, if you can you all hear me? Because I never know if you can hear me, can you type yes in the comments so I'll know? Somebody either on YouTube or Facebook, because I see the comments, but I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna start talking because I'm assuming that you all can hear me because I'm not muted. So I wanted to come here today or this evening to talk about something I guess I kind of experienced this weekend. I guess it's transparency and how important that is not really in life, but basically um, in this industry, the fashion industry. Let me learn how to talk first. Fashion industry, how important it is, and the transparency is more of being honest. So I'm trying to talk without talking, which is kind of hard for me because y'all know I'm just completely just an open book. So it is very important for anyone that's involved in the fashion industry, whether you're a model or a producer, designer, whatever capacity you're serving in, volunteer, production assistant, that whatever, that you always maintain a sense of transparency, which is okay, great. Hi, Shannon. Which is a level of honesty with yourself and also those that are involved in a production. So when I say I'm just going to keep it 100 because I can't do it any other way. And so if you're a model, first of all, I need people to understand that when stuff happens, I will find out about it, especially if it has anything to do with this production or my organization or any of the fundraisers that we run. If there's anything that's negative, hey Antoine, if it's anything that's negative, we will find out about it. So I found out through my several layers of grapevines that if you are a model, and especially when it comes to our event, if you are a model and you're attending another casting, but you have a meeting with a designer, go see. That you have a go see with a designer, don't lie and say your car isn't working. That's not cool. And as a model or part of this industry, and I know models are one to say things like that. Now before you, your mother, your father, and all y'all send me a message, I'm just saying that I have realized in the past that models are one to do this more frequently than designers or volunteers or interns or makeup hairstylists or makeup artists. Models are known. So I guess models, I'm talking to you. If you have plans to attend something else, but you know it's crossing over into something else that's supposed to happen that day, the best thing for you to do is to contact the other entity or individual or organization and say, hey, I misscheduled or I overbooked myself. Is it possible if we could reschedule to another date if possible? Because I would really like to go. I would really like, somebody just sent me, I would really like to go to another casting, or I've just found out about another casting, and I like to go, please don't tell us that you can't make it to one to see a designer because your car isn't working, but then you make it to another casting. That's just rude. And if it was up to me, I would remove all models that do that in our production. But there's a but because I'm not the one who's making the collection, I'm not the one who has put blood, sweat, and tears in the collection, I can't be the one to remove you. But if it was up to me, and if I did have my magic wand and I could spin my wand, this is me spinning my wand, and make another model appear that could fit that garment, trust and believe you would be removed. So this weekend, I had to experience that. And I just think it's been happening for 13 seasons for us. Matter of fact, it's been happening since my very first production. I think it was back in 1999 was our very first production. So it's probably 20 years. This is 2020. That models just need to be honest with themselves. It's not a matter of, oh, if I don't go to this fitting, the designer is not going to select me or the designer is not going to include me in their collection. They are more than happy to hear your honesty versus you telling them you can't make it for car trouble, but then you show up to another casting that's going on the same time this fitting should take place. You, as being the responsible talent, need to be honest with yourself. If you, it's life. I do it. Now I don't do it often, but I will sometimes double book myself and I'll say, look, I made a mistake on my calendar. I'm so sorry. Is there any way we can reschedule? I'm talking to one of the two entities that I have double booked with. Like, is there any way we can reschedule for another day? I'm so sorry. And I'm very open and honest to share that with, I guess, the powers that be that I'm meeting with, whether they're powers that be or not. They're important because they took time out of their schedule to meet with me. So I want to do the right thing. And I want to do the right thing and not waste their time. But when you are not honest with the designer because you can't attend it, we had the same thing happen last year. Let me tell you that story. So we had a model to tell a designer. We had a model to tell a designer that she could not find her cell phone. You couldn't find your cell phone. No one breathes without knowing where their cell phone is. I know, excuse me, I'm supposed to know. I know where mine is. And if I don't, my son was so fabulous enough to give me an app so I can push it on my phone and find my phone if I should ever not be able to manually find it. Now they have so many techniques out there where you can push a button. Where are my keys? I don't even know my key. I think they're up in front of the apartment. Where you can push a button and find your phone. So to tell a designer you couldn't make it because your boyfriend took your phone, but the next time I see you, you're not, no offense, ladies, gentlemen, you're not black and blue. So, because if somebody took my phone, trust me, somebody's black and blue. And it probably won't be me. Okay. That could have been a conversation. I forgot about the fitting. Can we reschedule? A designer is more apt to accepting honesty versus the BS that you all give us. And you all talk. So you'll tell a designer you're not coming, but then you'll show up at another place and then I'll hear about it from either a model or a designer that you think is not going to say anything. And I always hear it. So in this industry, transparency is key because when you screw this production over, if someone asks me about you, I'm going to say, well, I wouldn't recommend that you work with them. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to say, oh, well, let me tell you about this story that they did or this story that they told us or what they did. This is why. That's none of their business. It's none of their, all they need to know is if everyone needs to know if someone comes to me and says, Sharon, I want to work with ABC to the third power. What do you think? And I'll say, do you really want to know what I think? And then I'll tell them honestly. I'm not going into details. I'll either say I think they're an awesome person and they would be deserving of this opportunity, or I'm going to say, you know what, I don't. I if it was me, I wouldn't do it. That's all I say. And so it's up to them to make the decision if they want to work with this particular individual, may it be designer, hairstyles, makeup artist, because I get calls all the time. I know you all don't believe it, but we do. If I don't get it, Antoine Brown, who you all know is my son, this is a family and it's out there, and I really don't care who knows it. This is a family built business. Everybody that's a part of this organization is family. So if they don't know, if they someone comes to them and they don't know the person, they'll come to me. Or if they come to me and I don't know the person, I'll ask them, like, do you know XYZ? Because somebody came to me. First thing I'm gonna do is go to my list and see if they're on my blackball list. If they're not on my blackball list as a minor, then as a if they're not on my blackball list as a model or whatever their capacity was, then I'm talking to the person who actually worked with them to get a feel from them of what should I tell this person? Would you recommend that they get XYZ? And then it's up to them to say yes or no. And they say yes or no. I don't care what their reason is. I'm just going to let the person know. I talked to my team member, and unfortunately, they do not recommend that we work with them again. And if they say, you know what, that's fine, I still want to talk to them, then I'm gonna give them your information. They only get your name and your email address. I never give our phone numbers. So as a model, as an individual, it's just always a great option to keep it 100 and to be open and honest with people, especially people or individuals like designers who spend a lot of money. I mean, these designers this year have spent money they've spent money to be a part of this production. And I just think it's so distasteful and disrespectful when a model doesn't even have the decency to pick up the phone and call a designer and be honest with them. They're not cutthroat people like that. And if they are, then you only be working with them anyway. I mean, you just need to stop, get out of that 1999 thought process that, oh, I just won't go, and I'm gonna kill that fly. I just won't go, and I'm just going to tell them that I have car trouble, and then we see you on social media that you were someplace else. Come on, y'all know y'all put everything you do on social media. If you go to a casting, you got XYZ saying ABC and 1, 2, 3 were at the casting. And oh my God, they did fabulously. And we people from not only this production, but other productions are reading this and saying, oh my God. So they couldn't come to my 1, 2, 3 underscore, but they went to underscore ABC and basically lied to me. And then they show up on social media doing this. Y'all got videos out, you got pictures, and oh my God, take a look at me. I'm wearing this. And like, really, people? Like, y'all need to understand that just because you say you're not coming, y'all so quick to tell on yourself. It's so crazy how everybody does it. You're so quick to tell on yourself. I try not to do it. If I see I ain't coming, I ain't coming. Bottom line. And so that's all I wanted to say. Just be honest with yourself. Be honest with the people that are willing to work with you and give you an opportunity. It's up to you how you take this dialogue that I just delivered. You can either take it or not take it, but trust and believe my list has been growing of individuals that we will not be working with 2021. And because the whole fashion production process over here for the fashion umbrella has done a complete 360. I've only been working on this 360 change since last year. So, and it will be in effect for 2021. It's time. We're ready. The team is ready. We have our players in place. And that's all I wanted to say was that, just in business period, you just need to have a sense of transparency, and just be honest. I mean, either they're going to say yes or no. There's no in between. I know with me, it's no in between. It's either yes or it's no. Either you can make it or you can't make it. And to be honest with yourself, and also be honest with the the individual that you were supposed to meet with. The worst thing that they could find out is, and especially for me to find out something secondhand when I'm kind of sort of at the top of the food chain when it comes to this production, I don't like that, to find out something that's affecting the organization or the production, to for me to hear it from someone else. That's not cool either. Um, that should always be first and foremost. But when I have to hear it from a designer, it's just not. And I'm here to talk about it. It's not to throw shade on anyone or anybody. We just gotta, some things in this industry that we do, it just needs to stop, because it's been going on for so long and for so long. And then when I say something about it, I'm the dragon of all dragon eggs. It's just like, well, you know what? I'll take that title. I will take it, and I will wear it to my deathbed, because you just need to stop. And over here, for the Fashion Umbrella Foundation, all of our programs, Baltimore Fashion Week, the designer debut, the incubator program, anything we do, trust and believe, is done with a tight sense, of professionalism. And we're not here to play. We got things going on over here. And I'm not throwing shade to say nobody else does. But as a producer, you just, sometimes you have to think past your pockets. And that's all I'm gonna say about that, because that's a hour long conversation that I'm not having, because a lot of people claim that they're producers. And I had a conversation with one of my team members this morning, and they were telling me that they mentioned this event, and we're always compared with other people, and they told me that they broke it down to them, like all that we do for the people that participate in this event. I can tell you right now that I know no one in this area that has done as much as we have done to keep everybody that's coming to our event on August 29th safe. I can guarantee, I will put my life on it. I know they haven't. And I know you all have not even considered the fact, if you're thinking about having any type of anything during the pandemic, how to keep people safe. You can't. I can guarantee that nobody's doing it. Nobody's jumping through hoops like I have been, or like my team is telling me that they need to jump through in order to be safe. And who is that lie? It lies on me. But that's the transparency that I have with my team to keep them safe. And so that's all I wanted to say. I'm not going to be here long because it's hot. This little whatever this is, which was nasty, that I will not be drinking anymore of, has got me heated. And now I need a fan. And it's not my age either. So I'm going to go. Hi, Jeff. I think Jeff is on here. Let me do a roll call real quick. I see Wintress is in my inbox, and she knows I'm live. So Kyra's here, Tiffany, Kenya, Ernest. Hey, Ernest. I don't know Joe Brown. I don't know. Hey, Joe. Hi. Antoine, Shannon's here over on YouTube, and everybody else I just named is over on Facebook. So just keep a sense of transparency and openness if you're running a business. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Either people want to like it or they won't, and you need to be okay with that. But as a talent or a model participating in an event, you need to always be transparent and just be honest with people. Don't tell people you can't be somewhere because your car broke down, but then you show up somewhere else. Not cool. And then they call me because they find out that you were somewhere else. And I'm like, what you want to do? I'm like, you want to replace her or replace him? What you want to do? It's up to you. Final call. It's their collection. And I'm not gonna protect the model when it's blatantly clear that there has been mistruth. Because if you don't tell the truth, then you'll steal. And I'm not saying that people do that, that don't tell the truth, but I'm just saying it is what it is. So, you just learn a sense of honesty, and, just be honest with the people who have spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I mean, four and five and $600 just for one look, just for one outfit for this event. Just consider the time that they spent to mentally put down on paper. Well, just consider the time they had to spend to go through what I'm taking them through. And Lord knows that's enough. That I take them through enough. That's enough. Because I'm preparing them for their next level in their fashion career. And trust me, I've got enough people in my corner to make sure that no, you can't do that this year. You need to do this. This is the new thing people are doing. So just like people say the fashion industry changes, it changes. My model and designer guidelines have changed twice since they were last signed in April for next year. The whole process has changed. I won't see designers now until after they've been through an interview process with another person. So as soon as you register now, it's certain things you have to have ready before you can even complete the registration process. And once you go through this person, it's serious. It's time. I mean, we'll be 14 years old or 14 seasons in next year. And either you're ready or you're not. We got six of the hottest designers. One designer is doing 96 looks. So I mean, I'm quite sure by the day of the show he'll be up to 100. Which is fine with me. I'm like, you want to show 60 looks? You want to show 100 looks? I don't care. Just whatever you want to do to make you happy, do it. We got time and we got real estate, which just means space at the venue. So do you, boo. But I'm Sharon. I don't even know if I told you who I am, but my name is there. So I'm Sharon Nixon, founder and lead producer for Baltimore Fashion Week and a designer debut, which is being held here in Maryland, unfortunately, because of the state of well-being and several safety precautions that are happening in New York. We made the decision, my board and I, with their blessings, to have it in Maryland this year, and it will be held on the 29th. So you have a show at 3 and then another one at 6. So we hope to see you at one of them. But I'm Sharon and I'm out. Bye. Don't forget, transparency, it's key.